So in this video I'm going to show you 3 more apps for students from Key Stage 1 all the way up to Key Stage 2. The previous video I had was 3 apps that focused on early years. So you can take a look at that video by clicking on the link in the corner of the screen now. I've also created a video specifically for Tinker. Tinker is a wonderful app that will allow you to actually code devices such as drones, spheros and things like that, and it uses the Swift language in order to do that. You can get to that video by clicking on the link in the corner of the screen now. So let's start by looking at an app called Scratch Junior. Now, you may have heard of Scratch, which is accessible on the computer, a Mac, PC, Chromebook. You can download it as an app on your computer or you can play online. The advantage of online is that you can use any device anywhere and access your learning. Now I've created some great courses using Scratch on the computer and you can click on those links in the corner now. So let's look at Scratch Junior on the iPad. So let's go to Home and there we've got our dashboard. So let's tap on New Project. So here we've got the Scratch Cat and this is a nice extension from the apps from the early years. So I would use this possibly in the reception class, year 1, even year 2, to get them familiar with lots of other concepts of coding. On Scratch, you've got different objects categorized in these buttons here. So you can work through these and what you do is you drag these objects in. So let's drag an object in here. Let's put this one up first when the flag starts. Let's go back to movement. Let's go up. Let's go down and let's go right. And let's play. And you can see there the cat moved around the screen. Now we can change the numbers on here. So let's change that to 4, 4, 4, and 4. And let's tap the flag again. So we're using the different coding modules in order to create our code. Now there are lots of different things that you can use here. We can get the cat to say something. Let's put that in here. And let's replace that with maybe hello rather than hi. And let's play that again. Hello, then the cat moves again. We can ask it to play a sound. You can just about hear that pop that happened there. We can also look at our control features. Here's a loop, so I'm going to loop the information here and we're going to loop that. Let's do that just 2 times and then it should do those movements 2 times. And there we go. So this is a really good platform for getting the students to really just code their own learning. Students could also put backgrounds in, so choose a background. Let's choose this background, and there we have the cat in the middle of the room. There are many things you can do here, and I may do some more tutorials in the future that goes into more detail on what we can do with Scratch Junior. So that's Scratch Junior. The next app I'd like to talk to you about is one called Fix the Factory. Now this is from Lego, and this is an app that really focuses on students' problem solving. So it goes through a series of levels where the students have to really think about the problems and solve them by using instructions in order to get the robot ultimately to fix the factory. And I would use this typically with year 3, 4, even 5 to really get them to critically think about problems. So let's play this now. Now I've got to level 8 at the moment, but it starts off fairly easy. So let's have a look at level 1. And the idea is I need to get to the square in the middle. So let's put our arrows in and then play.
Fantastic.
Very simple stuff. It does start off very easy, but as they work their way through, it gets much more difficult. So let's try one of the more difficult levels. I've only got to level 9 here, so let's have a look at level 9. So I need to complete this before I can reach level 8. So on this one, I need to pick up the different objects and then put them on the correct places on my grid here. So let's go forward. Let's see how far that gets.
Okay. Detected. Down.
Okay, so clearly I've made a mistake there, so I have to now debug the problem. But you can see here how this is slightly more difficult, and as they go through the levels, it gets increasingly harder. So that's Fix the Factory, a great game that teaches them perseverance, resilience, and patience in order to solve a problem. The third app I'd like to show you is one that really focuses on the different concepts of coding. This is called Lightbot, and this is probably my favourite of the three. So let's play this. So you go into Lightbot and you press play, and you can see here we've got lots of different concepts about coding that they need to understand. So this is your basics, and then we move on to procedures, and then we start looking at overloading, loops, conditionals, and then there's several challenge levels at the end. So this is an app that I would look at with year 4, 5 and 6 possibly. You could use this with year 3 and maybe younger, but I would focus more on year 4 upwards. So let's have a go. So let's have a look at one of the levels in basics. So I'm going to click on number 1, and the idea is we have to light the light bulb. So let's do that. We have to use the walk commands and light the light bulb. So here we go. So this area in the corner here is our main program. So let's move our codes up, and on this one it's giving us a nice hints on what we need to do, and then press play, and then we move on to the next level. So this is pretty basic stuff at the very beginning there. Now let's go back, and we'll go back to procedures. Now this is where it gets a little bit more tricky, so let's click on the procedure. So a procedure is something that we can use in order to save space. So that's what we're looking at here. So we're going to create procedures. Let's go through these instructions. It explains what the children need to do, and then we need to put our procedure in. Now if we did this without the procedure, so we would go and I've used all the blocks, it gets to the end and I don't have any space left to press the light bulb. So what we need to do is we need to build a procedure so we can then have enough space. So let's reset that, and now let's build a procedure. So in my procedure I'm going to go forward 4 times, and then I'm going to run the procedure. I'm going to turn, I'm going to go forward, I'm going to turn, and then I'm going to run my procedure again before I press the light bulb. Let's try it. So I've made a mistake there, so I now need to debug it. We need another forward in there, and let's try that. And there we finished. So you can see as we go through these, it gets increasingly harder for them to understand procedures. So that's Lightbot, probably my favourite of the three because it really focuses on the different aspects of coding that students need. Thanks for watching. Please click the like button and please subscribe to this channel for more educational technology videos. Until next time, goodbye.